Hey there people, how's it going? This is Flawless from Flawless Rage 2 bringing you another car boots pickup. So went to car boot sale today and found quite a few items, I must admit. All of this, what I bought today, came to under £10, so not too bad. And the first thing you can see in front of you here, this is Pat Benatar Best Shots. If you don't know who Pat Benatar is, she's quite a famous 80s, you can call her music rock, it's more like rock pop sort of thing. And you might know her songs like Hit Me With Your Best Shot and Invincible and Love Is a Battlefield and We Belong and stuff like that. This is a 12-inch vinyl that cost me, I think this was £1. And this one, I've tried it out and it's actually in really good condition. It's a nice 12-inch vinyl and see a lovely picture on the front there of Pat Benatar. If we turn around and take a look at the back, what's on it, you can see there it says what's on it: Hit Me With Your Best Shot, Love Is a Battlefield, We Belong, We Live for Love, Sex Is a Weapon, Invincible, Shadows in the Night, Heartbreaker, Fire and Ice, Treat Me Right, If You Think You Know How to Love Me, and You Better Run. That's on black vinyl and it's in superb condition, and that's another one to add to my record collection. So that is Pat Benatar Best Shots, first pickup of the day. Now on to more music. Do you recognise this? You're going to sound like Flawless. We've seen this on your channel before. Yes and no. This is Michael Jackson Bad. This is the original 1987 release on CD. I have two original versions on vinyl. Also Bad 25 on vinyl. But this one, as you see there, includes bonus track Leave Me Alone. Leave Me Alone was only available on the CD version when this album got released back in 1987. And if you bought the album on cassette, which I used to have, Leave Me Alone's not on there and it's not on the vinyl record. It's only on the Bad 25 vinyl record. However, it was released as a single. But this is the Bad 25 1987 original release on CD. We'll take a look at the back so you can see what's on it. And if we go down here and get some light on it. You're Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, Speed Demon, Liberian Girl, Just Good Friends, Another Part of Me, Man in the Mirror, I Just Can't Stop Loving You, Dirty Diana, Smooth Criminal, and Leave Me Alone is on here. The spine looks completely different to anything else that I've got, any other Bad albums I've got. Just as Michael Jackson Bad on there, and the disc is actually different itself. You can see this disc, and you can also see what I'm recording on. You can see this disc is you know, different to how the other ones look. It's more of just a basic sort of like CD shiny surface and that. Although, you know, it's going to go in the collection. And pleased to say I have it. Michael Jackson Bad, an original 1987 copy. You can get Bad, it is quite common. However, this version, the original 1987 one, quite hard to come by, I feel, because when you find Bad, you always find like a reissue or a re-release or something. You can find the original album on vinyl quite easily, but not the CD as much. I could be wrong about that, but that's just my experience with it. But however, that is Michael Jackson Bad on CD, original 1987 release. Another one for my Michael Jackson collection. And we all know how big that is. Next up, we've got a series of 80s movies. Starting with this. This is Wargames, starring Matthew Broderick, Dabney Coleman, John Wood and Ali Sheedy. Quite big stars in the 80s. Matthew Broderick, known for sort of like his movies like Ferris Bueller and stuff, which I'm going to get flack for this. I hated Ferris Bueller. I thought it was the biggest pile of trash I've ever watched. But this is Wargames. This is actually a really good film. In this film, he hacks into sort of like the US military's like computers and stuff. And it's actually really, really good, this one. On the back, it just gives you a couple of screenshots and tells you a bit about the movie. We'll take a look inside at the DVD, of course, and you've got sort of like this, like map kind of looking disc. It's really interesting. But that is Wargames, another one to. I do have like a bit of an 80s movie collection. I'm an 80s kid, so you know, that's going to enter into that collection. That is Wargames. Next up, we have another one from the 1980s. This is Mannequin, starring Andrew McCarthy and Kim Cattrall. You may know Kim Cattrall from more her most recent stuff in Sex and the City, but in these days, when this was made, she wasn't such a bad actress. This is a really good movie. Seen it before. Basically, this guy is like he gets a series of jobs, but he likes to design mannequins and stuff like that. And he designs this one mannequin, and it comes to life, her. And yeah, it's one hell of a movie. And if you haven't seen it, I recommend you check it out because it is quite good. There's a lot of quite good music as well in it as well. So you know, if you like your 1980s movies, definitely got to check this one out. And there you go, a bit of a screenshot on the back. Just tells you a little bit about the movie. And inside, there is a screenshot on the disc. Very nice. That is Mannequin. Next up, another 1980s movie. This is Heathers. Now, this one's an interesting one. It stars Winona Ryder. We know Winona Ryder for playing her role in Joyce in Stranger Things. Also, she's in like Edward Scissorhands as well, and Girl Interrupted and stuff like that. Really, really famous actress, Winona Ryder. It also stars Christian Slater. You might know him from... he made a cameo in an Austin Powers movie. He was also in like Broken Arrow and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. However, this one is Heathers. Oh yeah, Shannon Doherty's in it. She played Brenda in Beverly Hills 90210 in the 90s. This film basically is about these three girls called Heather, and they all get, well, they're kind of near enough all getting knocked off one by one. It's an interesting one. There's a lot of bad language in it, and I watched it tonight because I haven't seen it in a while, and it's just as good as I remember, and it's amazing. Gotta love this film. It's an absolute one-of-a-kind movie. If you've not seen it, you really should check it out. Very young Christian Slater in this, and also a very young Winona Ryder as well. So, you know, very, very good movie to have. On the back, you just got a couple of screenshots there, nothing too drastic. And the disc is nothing too drastic either. It's just literally pretty much the cover what's on the front there. It just says Heathers on it, rated 18. And that is Heathers. Next up, we've got one more 1980s movie we've picked up today. This is 48 Hours, starring Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy you might know as the voice of Donkey from Shrek. You also might know him for his roles in Beverly Hills Cop and Coming to America, and just a whole host of others. Nick Nolte, I know him from a movie also starring Jennifer Lopez called U-Turn. This is quite an interesting movie. They're trying to catch this bad guy. He's the convict and he's the cop. He has to get him out and has him for 48 hours in order to try and solve the mystery or try and solve the case. Now, there was a follow-up to this one called Another 48 Hours, which I have on VHS, but not on DVD, so I'll look out for that one. But that is Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy, 48 Hours. It's a really, really good 80s film. I recommend you check it out. There's a few screenshots on the back. This is a really, really good film. And I'm pleased to now finally own it on DVD. That is 48 Hours. Now, from the same store I got them DVDs from, I also picked up another 8 DVDs. We'll take a look at them now. We'll do these ones first. I'll do them all as one thing. This is The Hills Have Eyes and The Hills Have Eyes 2. These are the remakes, and the remakes, a lot of people don't like remakes, but let me tell you, when it comes to these two films, the remakes are better than the originals. It's basically about these guys who live in the hills who, go around murdering people and also capturing the women and using them to sort of like breed and stuff like that. It's, pretty disturbing when it comes to that. But nonetheless, this is The Hills Have Eyes 1 there. And you've also got The Hills Have Eyes 2 there. These are really, honestly good films. I recommend you check them out if you like your horror. They are just really, really good films. I'm not going to show you the discs on these ones or the next ones because that'll take too long. But that is The Hills Have Eyes and The Hills Have Eyes 2, the remakes. Next up, I also bought these. Saw 1. Saw 2. Saw 3, with a broken case. Saw 4, Saw 5, and Saw 6. All 6 of the Saw films there. all as a bundle. I've seen them, and I do like the Saw films. You know, I like horror, so I decided to grab them and that. Come on, you got to have a bit of Jigsaw in your life, and yeah, the discs are just sort of like, you know, so really, but nonetheless, we have all of the Saw films there, 1 to 6 anyway. And yeah, what more can you say? If you like your horror films, you like Saw and stuff. Now, every single one of these, I believe, is rated 18. These are quite extreme films when it comes to horror. They're more sort of like kind of go for the shock gore factor rather than they do sort of like scares as much, and there's also a ride named after this at, I think it's Alton Towers or Thorpe Park. Yeah, these are the Saw films nonetheless. The first one, the guy has to cut his leg off to get away. It's just sort of like a sick and twisted games, really, and you got to go through these games and get to them at the end. And if you can do all of the tasks, then you got a chance to live. Sometimes. So yeah, that is Saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And that is the car boot haul today. So I'll take them ones away. And I'll just keep Saw 1 out. And let's go just for the Hills Have Eyes there. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll make a nice display this time. Put Pat Benatar there, put Michael Jackson there. And we'll spread a couple of DVDs about, because why the fuck not, eh? That'll do. Right, so there you go. That is today's car boot haul. I'll stick the rest there so you can see them in shot. That is today's car boot haul. All of this stuff cost under £10, so not too bad at all. Really, really good. Really, really cool. I did get a few other bits, but they were for other people in my family. Like I got my son Rayman Origins on Xbox 360. I got my daughter a couple of dolls because she's into dolls. And I also bought a halogen oven for £2, and it works beautifully. So that is today's car boot haul. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll be back hopefully this week because I should have a couple of items coming through the post that I can show you. So let's see if they arrive. And if they don't, then I'll see you on Friday for I nearly said it. No, AAC Wrestling, where we have a major announcement for the AAC Hall of Fame, plus Sin with his open challenge. So we'll see what happens there. But once again, thank you guys for watching. It does mean a lot to me. But right now, guys, nothing else left to be said. But always remember to be yourself, no matter who you are or where you are. And always remember to keep smiling. Thanks for watching, guys. Follow me on... If you're not subscribed here, click that subscription button and turn the post notifications on. Also, follow me on Instagram at FlawlessRage2 and on Mixer at FlawlessGame1 to watch my live streams. But yeah, once again, guys, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, and I'll talk to you then. Cheers, guys. Bye.